Hello, it's me, back once again with another indie game. Today we're checking out a demo for Crystalfall, which is a new action RPG game that's, I believe, intended to be free to play. So we'll see what that means in terms of how they monetize this. Obviously, they're going to be selling, stuff I can put on my character and things like that. But hopefully it remains at that, and we'll see how it goes because that often doesn't go so well for ARPGs. Any case, so let's try out the demo. Let's check out the gameplay itself and see if it's even worth identifying the monetization or not. I'm just started into the game here. I'll see if I can adjust the settings in a minute here if the music's really loud, so you might not hear too much right now. I've lowered it way the heck down. But it looks like we get to choose one of three classes to begin with. It's all, yeah, they're all animals. Cat ladies, bird lady, and tiger man. Or sorry, lion man. Looks like we have a knight, a rogue, or a technomancer. Master of Aether manipulation, wielding staves and rods to bend the mysterious force to her will. So like the spellcaster, eh? All right, cool. Let's try this one out and see what happens. Okay. We're in the demo. There's a shop. They already have a shop open. It doesn't look like it's open yet. So we have our character over here. Looks like we get 6 slots. And looks like we can play offline. I guess we're going to be able to play online as well later on, but looks like offline is the only thing available for the demo, which is fine with me. Let's go ahead and start the game and get into it. All right, we're in the game. So loading the first time took a little while, but we are in the game now. Let me see if I can fix up the settings here a little bit to give you a better view. Give me 1 second. All right, there we go. Okay. Got my screen filled a little bit better. There's no options until I got into the game, which is a little bit weird. But yeah, we got the settings set up now. And yeah, let's look around. We've got our character portrait up here. If I click on that, I move. Okay. So no WASD. It's all mouse control. Amazing. All right. We do have a update over here, and we've got quest markers in the mini map. We have the traditional, globes of life and mana down here, and our quick bar down this way as well. And we've got a talent tree. Let's check it out. This is us in the middle, and oh my goodness, that is not a tree. That's a maze. Holy crap! Just keeps going on. Wow. Okay. Lightbringer, major node, arbiter. Okay, so we got major nodes and smaller nodes. So major node like this, increased AoE radius per one distant enemy. Per one, okay, 5% increase, 5%, okay. So most of them are just kind of like, yeah, just like number increases on certain things. Gravity well, nearby is within 50% increased distance. I don't understand. 50% increased auto pickup radius, 50% decreased projectile speed. Nearby is within 50% increased distance. Okay, I think that what it means is like what counts as being nearby has a 50% increased distance. I think it's just kind of a weird wording or maybe a translation thing there. That's fine. Where do we start? We would start over here somewhere. And then it looks like we have kind of like specializations that go down in different directions here. Most of them seem to be just kind of like flat increases to things. I don't see like any skills or anything like that. A for damage for hits always inflict dazzle. Okay, there's a few like skills, but most things are just kind of like increase to this, increase to that, decrease to that. Yeah, okay, cool. Meanwhile, what else we got here? We've got a map and a journal. Oh, it's very small. Active quests, completed quests. Okay, this is our map area. It's hard to tell how large it actually is. I don't know why it's so small. Yeah, I don't know why they wouldn't just like open up the whole screen for it, but that's fine. Got an inventory screen as well. And looks like we have the traditional slots for our character over here. And then strength, intelligence, and dexterity. It's really simple. Yeah, really simple there. Okay. And it looks like we'll have different builds we can put out together too. And then all of our details there too. Okay. So besides some of the UI being a little bit small, it all kind of makes sense so far. Let's go click on this guy, see what he has to say. The pit. For your crimes, you've been sentenced to fight in the pit until death. Take this weapon and face your enemy. All right, a rod, a steel rod. Oh, okay, we had a little bit of loading lag there with this first enemy coming in. How do I equip my rod? My rod is not equipped. Where is that rod gone to? It said to give me a rod. I do not seem to have the rod. Oh my gosh, this guy is all... Can I pick this up? Kill or be killed. Yeah, I'm going to be killed because I have no weapon. I picked up the rod, and I don't know where the rod went to. There it is. Okay, I do have the rod. Is that doing any damage? There it is. Okay, now I have the rod in my hand. There we go. Okay, much better. So I was on my second gear item there. Okay, so can I pick this up? I do need health. Do I need to E or F or something around it? B? B to blow? No? Okay, well, there's a potion there. It looks like a health potion. I can't seem to pick it up even though my health is down. That's fine. Hello. The pit judges in your favor. Drink the flask. Your next fight approaches. Okay, maybe now I can... Okay, life flask. Pick up the life flask if you haven't already. All right. Once you have a life flask equipped, you can pick up life orbs. Okay, I see. So you need to have that attached, and then that fills your thing, and then number one. Okay, that's a little bit different. So that's like, I have to fill that as like, he's got a gun. All right, so we can dodge. Well, we can't dodge, but we can... Oh, I missed. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yeah, performance-wise, when the UI starts loading, there's a little bit of lag, and when the people come in, there's a little bit of lag as well. All right, so we got a skill box. We'll pick that up. We got a tiny aether flask, so that's our mana. So if you pick that up, you can find your inventory by pressing the backpack. Okay, the skill looks like a square tile. All right, let's equip the skill. Go to I, and then this little tile here, and then we can equip it. Say down here. So we got some sort of flame skill now. Oh gosh. Yeah, so biggest thing right now this game is performance-wise. There's so many like frames dropping every time an enemy comes in. It is not good. Not good at all. Okay, I took a bunch of damage from something there. What does this thing do? That gives you a little bit explodey. Okay. Just more fire damage. Yeah, animations and stuff are good. I think right now the biggest issue is just like performance of the game is not running very smoothly at all. All right, but big old loot explosion. One skill key, skill keys, skill crest and skill keys. If you haven't already, once you have picked up the skill keys, the skill icon should indicate that it's possible to level up. To level up your skill, you need to open up the skill tree of that skill, and by either pressing the button below the skill or the action button. All right, so now there's a skill tree for the skill. Oh, wow, okay. You level up your skill by selecting and allocating nodes in the tree. Once the topmost node called the skill crest socket is unlocked, you can equip your skill crest by dragging it. Okay. So we can now level up our skills as well. Okay, that's interesting. So a lot of things to level up. Let's see here. 11% chance of to fire extra projectile, 60% increased projectile speed, 50% increase in projectile speed as well. Yeah, why would I want? Or do I need to do both anyways? Yeah, we can apply 2, sure. We've got that now, so we've now increased the skill over there. We'll have to see what this is. These are just like an increased, right? That's just like a base increase there, so that's fine. We can now go in here, and now we can attach sparing plug of the poacher. 4% decreased skill resource cost, gain +1 life on hit. Okay, so it's just like, it's not like alternating the spell, it's just like adding some additional numbers onto it, some different benefits and things like that. Okay, looks like we can refund that as well if we remove that out. Got it. All right. Fair enough. What have we got over here now? Your final judgment is at hand. Finish this. All right, I will try to finish this. Wait for the big old lag spike. Yowzers. Okay, big old lag spike is done. And now we can go fight. So it is kind of like tab targeting slightly, kind of. In terms of this, I can't move and attack. So it is a little bit okay. It's all right, I guess. We can get a double slice. We can get a ranged crest. And a first essential. All right, let's go talk to the man again. You've taken many lives. Now I take yours. All right, now we got to fight the boss. All right. Well, oh, am I stuck? I feel like I'm stuck. I'm not stuck anymore. Okay. Ah. Ow. No, no, no. I don't want to go towards him. I want to just shoot at him. All right. He's going to do that thing. I'm just going to run away for a little while until you're done doing that. And then I'm going to poke you with a fireball and see how that goes for me, as long as I just keep away, keep away. Shoot you with the fire def. Yeah, fire def. Almost out of mana. That's okay. He's about half health so far. So good. It's only the first enemy, so I'm not really worried about too much of a challenge. I'm assuming it's just all tutorial. Okay, oops. Okay, that took a hit there. I accidentally clicked on the door and I got stuck while it's taking an action there. All right, we can get our mana back, or whatever it's called, or essence. I am the light in the dark. Ooh, buggy. We get a big old lag spike again. Oh my gosh. Find your way out. Find your way out. And I died. Resurrect at the checkpoint. Game just like completely stalled with all the loading. And I died terribly. Okay. Yeah, they're definitely going to have to work on that. That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Like, to load like 4 enemies, the whole game almost crashed. So, not amazing. We've got a pit key. We've got a bunch of loot, which is good. Okay. What did we get in here? We've got use a decryption key. Okay. Double slice. Requires melee one-handed weapon. All right. Decryption key. Okay, so we're going to have to identify stuff here. How do I use that? How do I use it? Decrypt item. Right click, and then we can decrypt this item. And then, okay, we can use right click on that one and decrypt it as well. And increase defense, lightning resistance, skill cooldown. Okay, we'll get the defense in there. It does appear on my person, which is nice. That's always a nice thing with games like this. We've got a ranged crest of some sort. Plus 2 8 round kill. Previous node gains 17% to stats. Okay. Double slice skill. Requires melee one-handed. We don't have melee one-handed, so we can't use that, so that's why it's red. And requirements level 3, two-handed mace or staff. Okay, so you got like different skills you're going to equip to your equipment, essentially. Based off of your equipment, you can use different skills. All right, we've got a whole bunch of cosmetics as well. MTX stash. Microtransaction stash. That sounds not amazing. All right, let's go see if we can load to the next area or not. Oh, okay. Yeah, it just like threw me in. Ah. All right, so far this feels like a free RPG. Yeah, it's got like, obviously, Diablo vibes to it, Diablo-like 2 vibes to it, in terms of how everything looks and how everything moves, but more of a kind of, yeah, like there's like modern technology, like a camera and stuff like that down here. So the setting is really weird. The setting is quite strange. We can smash the barrels. There's a rat coming to us. Okay. Combat's a little sluggish. Like the animations don't feel very good. They're okay, but like everything just feels a little bit delayed. All right, we've got the classic like Diablo elite group in here. Okay. More essential element. Fair enough. Now I was trying to look at my map, but I guess that's not going to work here. I can't escape out of there. It's a little bit The targeting is a little bit funky too. Like I'm hitting, and everything's just got like a delay. Yeah, it's just doesn't feel too amazing. Like, yes, I know there's a cooldown on the spells, but when the cooldown is ready and I click, there's just like the slightest of ever of delay before things hit. And when I click on the ground, sometimes there's every once in a while I just stop moving if I've clicked on like an object like this. Okay, there we go. A new path. Finally light the freedom. Now, where is the civilization in this forsaken place? If there is any, first clue might be the rat standing over there with seemingly civil manners. He might know something. Okay, we'll take the quest. Text is really small. Um, yeah, so loading times in the game are not good. It keeps saying it needs to connect to a server, so even though I'm offline, I'm still apparently like online in terms of things, so um, that's not amazing. And yeah, everything is just laggy as all heck. It's not you, it's not the YouTube bandwidth happening right now. The game is just like stalled. Yeah, just like every few seconds it stalls whenever it needs to load any sort of text or UI, which is a little bit concerning. And we got wait a minute. I know who you are. Escaped prisoner. Yeah, I know where you are. Where are they? Where are the turtles? I know they're around here somewhere. We're in a sewer. There's a giant talking rat. Where are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? They're got to be around here somewhere. That's fine. Anyways, we talked to him. He didn't do anything. So I don't know what's going on there. I'm just gonna move on and wait for the game to load, as it internally needs to do. These guys don't seem to be too interested in me as long as I keep distance from them. Yeah, not too challenging for these. No ether. Okay, we got lots of ether though, so we'll just grab that. Is this gold or dirt? Oh my gosh, the game is. Oh dear God. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. Everything is in slow motion. It's not great. It's not great, folks. Oh my God, again. It is not fantastic. It is not fantastic whatsoever. Which is kind of sad. Unfortunately, though, we'll try to get through another little section of this and see if it persists. But something to note in terms of this free-to-play RPG is it runs like absolute crap anytime it needs to load anything into the world. It is not good. It is slow and choppy and not enjoyable in any way. And the only reason I've died so far is because the game stalled out on me when a bunch of mobs entered the room. So a little bit concerning in a demo to like ship a demo like that. Not amazing. Anyways, we got some altars, so we were able to get that. We got some blue dudes here. Sure thing. Okay. Combat wise, yeah, it looks like ranged is gonna do you. Yeah, it's gonna do it for you. Nobody seems to have any range, or yeah, there's a little bit of range there, but I seem to be able to just kind of like outrange them for the most part, and just shoot and walk away and have a good day. There's a chest over here. What's in the chest? Ooh, a saw blade, and it's sparkly. All right, well, we got no ether, so that means drink a little ether, which we seem to have plenty of. Walk away slightly. They stop moving and attacking, and then we just pot shot them for a few minutes here until they die. Okay, great. Excellent. What else we got going on here? Waiting for the next... Oh, we actually loaded an enemy without too much trouble there. That's good. That's good. Yeah, so far, early combat, I'm going to say not particularly engaging at the moment. Both of my abilities that they started me off with look basically the same, except one has splash damage and one does not. Got a cracked iron ring. Okay. Yeah, both the skills that they equip me with initially are very similar looking, although I do have a knife. But I don't really see saw blade is also a knife. I don't really see a reason to go with that because, yeah, why? Why would I? Right? I don't have any way to identify these right now. I have 31 shards. I know what those are for. All right, that's fine. Let's continue on a little bit farther. We'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But it feels not like a great demo experience here. You want to wow people with your demo and get them excited for your game. This is not doing it, unfortunately, for me. But that's what we do here. We want to check out the games and see what's going to be good or not so good or great, and give you guys some insight, but also get some feedback over to the devs and see if they can improve on the games a little bit. Right now, yeah, it's just not very engaging. Combat is all too simple. I know it's early in the game, but like the tactics of the bad guys here are not like they're not a threat at all. The only thing I fear of dying right now is if the game gets laggy, which it will inevitably do again, although it's been a little bit better over the last couple of moments. Yeah, it looks like we have like a dungeon over here I passed earlier. I guess we can check that out and see what's up in here. Okay, we're in. Not too bad a load time this time. Now we got some tight spaces, so that might be beneficial. Just makes it a little bit harder, but not really. We'll just kind of hang out here and shoot them. Yeah, they're dead. All right, let's head down here. Got more people we can shoot at from a distance. Pretty easy to dodge the projectiles they send at us. We're out of ether. Let's get some ether. Yeah, he didn't even have range to hit me. Now he does. Okay. A decryption key there. Okay. Oh, got somebody. Where'd you come from? You weren't there a second ago, were you? Move over, left, move over, shoot, move over, shoot. Okay. He'd be burned. Fantastic. All right, let's see what's down this way. Okay, I've got some interesting creature designs at least. Like the game looks fine in terms of this type of game, right? Like, oh, there he's got some spells. Okay. He's got some spells. Yeah, still not like a major challenge, but at least something new there. I think my inventory is taking a beating a little bit. Not too bad. There are stuff in the barrels. Oh, yeah, I wasn't trying to move there. But yeah, most of my fighting is just kiting these guys and replenishing my mana. I did take a hit there from his magic spell, which there's no tell on it, just like hits underneath you. You can't really avoid it. So this guy's a bit tougher. I seem to have a lot of mana. He doesn't seem to be, you know, particularly tough to get to. So we'll take this up. Items on the ground are a little bit not visible either. Some cases. Let's see what else we got in here. We got more elites over here. Let's do the old shoot from a distance until they did. All right, an iron ring. Sure, I'll grab it. Is there ways to like highlight stuff a little bit better? Everything's really small and I can't zoom in. So there's that. We've got a pipe gun. We've got a cracked steel rod, which is worse than the one I have. We have an iron ring, which needs identifying, so we'll throw that over there. 2% increase maximum life. Reflect 2 damage. Okay. Sure, let's throw that in there. I haven't gotten anything else of interest. I'm going to identify this one. I'm probably not going to use it, but I'm just kind of curious what it means when you get like a yellow one. It gets a rare affix, which is just an additional number up physical damage to leech his life. Okay. Salvage to unlock visual style. Okay. Yeah, I was hoping that there'd be like some sort of like ability attached to it in terms of like it being a legendary, or it's rare, I guess, right? It's a rare affix, so it's just like an extra affix. It's not really anything particularly interesting. Not like an affix like you would see in like a Diablo game where you get this affix and it's like every time you do this action, you apply poison and or your poison effects turn into fire, stuff like that. That's what I'm kind of looking for in terms of the rare items here. Is that it for this space? I think that's it. Looks like there's something down there, but I don't think I can get down there. Unless I missed a route underneath the stairs somewhere over here. No, it doesn't look like it. Huh, odd. Okay, guess that's it for this little mini dungeon. Nothing too interesting in there. They need to fix the animations when you're traversing for doors, though. You just kind of like run in place against the wall for a while. So that needs to be fixed for sure. Yeah, this one's a little bit rough around the edges, folks. It's a little rough. Yeah, he's down. What is this? Afer well. Okay, so that just kind of doses me up with the Afers. Fantastic. We'll take care of those guys without taking any damage. We'll fill that up. That caused some lag in the game for some reason. More rats. Why are the rats so vicious here? You figured they would be scared of something as big as me, but no, these rats are like, we can take you out. We're going to come after you, you giant bird lady. Oh, he's interesting. Oh, yeah, he jumps. Still not too challenging. Nothing really to worry about. Yeah, like the elites are just kind of like extra damage doers. But yeah, they're not really adding too much in terms of like challenge, to be honest. They're not doing any like special skills or anything like that. You are overburdened. You have a rifle though. What else we got? We got some gloves. Okay. These are, yeah, plus dexterity. I mean, sure, they're better than what I have. Throw those in there. Can I not wear them? Oh, there it goes. Did it go now? Yeah, there it goes. Okay. We got that. Let me check out this blue rifle thing. Will that fit in here now? Yeah. Oh, we gotta identify that as well. All right. How does this work? How does this work for us? Does that work better than this? This does 3 to 5 damage. This does 4 to 6 damage. It's slightly better, I guess. I don't even think I need this stuff. I'm just gonna throw it on the ground. So now we got a gun. Gun actually feels better than the staff, to be honest. It's got a good sound to it, a little kick I like. What else we just got here? We got a bunch of stuff that we can't use, it looks like. We can level up a skill. We can, yeah, we're getting all these like melee stuff. We do have a range skill though. So now this skill we can't use. We need a staff for that one. So we actually have to change that. We have talent points available as well. So we can, yeah, do we have a skill? None of these are like ranged skill. These are ranged crest. That is a skill for melee, 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 and melee. Yeah, we don't actually have a skill for this. We just have our shooty shoot. We don't have anything else. We do have some talent points. Let's take a look again at the tree. So yeah, the tree is huge. Like it is quite large. I'm wondering if you get to the end of the trees, are there 20%? Yeah, 20% increase, 20% increase. I can't read what this says. It's so small. Regenerate 5% maximum life per second if you've used a cooldown skill recently. 20% of life resource cost converted from Aether to life. Cooldown skill, 20% increased skill cooldown. Oh my gosh, this one has so many. 1% of outgoing physical damage converted to cold. Okay, yeah, it's just like super minor. I think I heard something shooting me. Yeah, where'd you come from? Yeah, okay. Double slice again. So it looks like these come in different rarities, though, so that's kind of interesting. Yeah, that could be interesting as well. But back to the tree. Yeah, nothing particularly exciting to me. Everything is just kind of like percentage or numerical increases. Yeah, so this is a tree that we started in, so we can go this way to begin with. Doesn't look like we can get to these ones. We can't start from that because that's not our class, but we can eventually move over there if we wanted to. So it doesn't look like there's any restrictions in terms of which direction you go. There's only a restriction from your starting point here. Skill cooldown, maximum Aether. In terms of projectile skills, sure. That makes sense. Fork chance? Return chance? I don't know if our gun is a projectile. We'll throw that in there. We'll see what happens. Is this a projectile? Physical damage. Yeah, projectile pierce chance 15%. So it's got to be a projectile. Doesn't say on it though, but yeah, it's just kind of the assumption it is based off of that. And whoops, where did we go now? Did I miss an entrance? Every time I hit M, it brings up the microtransaction stash instead of the map, which is odd to me. Extremely odd. For every single game, particularly ARPGs, usually M is map, folks, not microtransactions. It's definitely not microtransactions. All right, we have loaded into what appears to be the town, and we get a little overmap there. Looks like we've got a shipmaster, we've got an escaped prisoner, there's some quests there, we've got merchants and a waypoint. We can activate. Okay, the usual stuff. Salvager. Oof, man, he took a little second to load there. So we can salvage and sell stuff over here, presumably. Yeah, amazing. You know, like the style of things, I don't mind. Like the look and feel of this kind of cool kind of place is really nice. The game runs terribly, so they're gonna have to work on that a lot, a heck of a lot. Like it just does not run very well at all. But I do like this whole kind of motif of like the Iron Giant. Like this is where the Iron Giant came from, and we're now at his home world, and there's a whole bunch of like programmed Iron Giants all around who don't know that they're bad guys yet. And there'll be a Superman scene at the end. Anyways, escape prisoner, the rat here, a new path. My brother has escaped. Select. Oh, okay, so this is our quest. Our quest reward. Okay. So we do get skills from him. Okay, we'll grab that one. Cool beans. But yeah, I think I'm gonna leave it at this for this one. You know, it's gonna be a free game as far as I can tell. So if they can clear up the issues with the loading and the frame rate drops and all of that kind of stuff before they launch, which is going to be in March, so I don't know because if you release a demo with those kind of problems, it's a little bit concerning to me. So hopefully it is something that's just related to demo or some specific configuration or driver or something like that that can get sorted out before they launch. Um, Otherwise, it seems like it's an okay ARPG. I don't think it's gonna do much in competing with the other options out there. Combat feels okay. Graphically, it looks all right. It's got a really massive skill tree, which, you know, is fine. It is huge, but it's not like it's just mostly like add +5, add +2, add +10. It's not doing anything crazy in terms of skills or anything like that on here or anything super interesting. It's just reductions of stuff you don't want and increases of stuff that you do want. It does have an interesting skill tree mechanism for the skills themselves. So skills work a little bit differently, which is kind of interesting. There might have some interesting combinations of things to do there that you could do, kind of like adding glyphs and stuff like that to skills. But again, most of the ones that I've seen so far are just base increases to damage. So nothing incredibly interesting, to be honest, right? I'm not really interested in just baseline increases to stats. I want to see some cool and fun mechanisms, and it looks like those are all confined to just the skill themselves. Like the skills don't change, they just get more powerful and look and behave the same for the most part. So, from an ARPG fan, I don't know if this one's going to make it in terms of that. They have some work they're going to have to do, I think, in order to make this a little more appealing to the ARPG audience. But check it out yourself. There's a demo available right now. And then look at the release in March. It should be free, so at least there's no cost to entry to try it out. And thanks as always for watching. Let me know down in the comments if you got a chance to try this one out and what you think about it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.